How are you all? I hope you're doing great. It's quite sunny here in the UK today. Pretty chilly, but sunny. Winter is definitely coming and the nights are drawing in and it will soon be Christmas before you know it. I don't know where this year has gone. It has flown. I have a beautiful session to share with you today. It's very sad in places, as many of my sessions are, but through that sadness comes clarity, because the client starts to understand why it is that she feels so sad. So when this lady came into my office, to my house, she had travelled from a different country in the world to come and see me. She'd originally found Alba Weinman, but as you know, Alba is mega busy. I would love a session with Alba myself. One day. She's mega busy, and so she started looking around for practitioners near her. And although I'm in a different country, I popped up and she said that she felt guided to come and have a session with me, which I am very grateful for. We later found out that the reason for that is because we are quite connected in the fact that we both have presence in the angelic realms. And Archangel Michael actually came through in this lady's session and told her that he had guided her to me because he knows me very well and he knew that I would be able to help her. So that was incredible. I mean, when things like that happen to you, it really does make you think. I mean, I absolutely love this work. It is my passion, it drives me, and all I want to do is help people. But when someone comes to you and you have a session with them, and Archangel Michael actually comes through in the session and says that they chose you to guide this beautiful individual through their session, that's quite profound, and it affects you on a very deep level. So I felt really privileged to take this lady through a session. And I felt so happy for her, because when she came into my office, she was so sad. And I see this a lot. I see this a lot with starseeds, with people who come from the fairy kingdoms, angelic realms, people that have come from these higher planes of existence and come to Earth for a incarnation to help. They are very affected by their lifetimes, their strains of consciousness that are in the different realms, and they find it very hard to integrate into their Earth lifetime. And this beautiful lady came to see me, travelling from a different country, and she explained to me that I was her last shot. I was her last hope, that she was so sad and felt so low that she didn't want to be here anymore. And if I couldn't help her, then she was going to go back to the doctors in the country that she lived in. And she was going to go and ask them to give her a prescription for some tablets that would numb the pain, and then she would just spend the rest of her life in this life unable to feel, unable to think, because she didn't want to be in pain anymore and she didn't want to feel sad. And all I wanted to do when I saw this beautiful lady is to help her and to get some answers for her so she could understand why she felt so sad, why she felt in so much pain, and to help put her in contact with the other parts of her. So put her in contact with all of the threads of consciousness of her so that she can actually understand herself, her feelings more fully, and understand why she feels this way. So I will read you her session. What I'm going to read to you today is her past life, a little bit of her higher self, but most of that is confidential information and personal. So I will just read to you today. She has allowed me to share all of it, by the way, which is very, very kind of her. But I'm just going to share the parts which I think that people will really, really benefit from hearing today. So she begins. I'm in a forest, in a clearing, and I'm safe and happy. No one can come to me here. No humans can get through the trees. So straight away, as a practitioner, that is my clue that we're dealing with something different here. We're dealing with something different than what you would consider to be a normal earth life because of the language that she uses there. No humans can get through the trees. So I say, why can no humans pass through those trees? Because they are very close to each other and the trees won't let them pass. In this place where you are in this meadow where you are safe, if no human can pass through these trees, if you look down at yourself, what do you look like? I am human too. So I'm like, okay, but you're not human, are you? So let's find out what you are. And if you are in this meadow where no human can pass at the other side of these trees, how did you get there? I flew here. I come here when I need to be alone and I need to be safe. How do you fly there? I don't have any wings, but I use my energy, my mind, and I can. One moment, I'm in one place, and another moment, I'm in another place. Teleportation. Do you do that by thinking where you want to go? Yes, but I need some energy. If I am too weak, I cannot do this. I need to be refilled by my inner energy. How do you refill your inner energy? When I talk with God, or I ask my angels to refill me. How do they do that? When I ask, I see a light coming down on me, but not with my eyes. I feel that light coming down. If I don't ask, they don't give it to me. If I am very weak and I'm lying in my bed, I can't fly. And I spend a long time without this energy. So all the time I need to ask, and they will give me the energy from the light. Why is it that in this place that you have come to be safe away from the humans, why is it that this light is here? And then she begins to cry. Lots and lots and lots of pain. And what I normally do for people when they cry is I allow them to cry. You know, people are releasing sometimes eons of pain and suffering, and that emotion has to be felt and it has to be released. You know, as a practitioner, if you move people forward through that pain because you're wanting to comfort them, and it is only because of a need to comfort them, but if you don't allow them to feel that pain and acknowledge it, then they will still carry some of that residual pain. So I always allow my clients to, if they cry quite violently, I allow them to cry. I allow them to cry. And then eventually, when I feel like they are starting to begin to be able to breathe, I then ask them to explain to me what emotion it is that they're feeling. So I say to this lady, tell me what you feel. Pain. Why do you feel pain? Describe what the pain is and where it is. Lots of pain from people, anger and sadness. They are like wolves not brothers. They want to attack each other, yes, and they don't want to give. They just take, and it is never enough. Why is that? They are in darkness. I see a layer of darkness around them, like a dark night, and they don't see through it. Above, the sun is shining, and they don't see. They just look forward and not above. How is it that you are there and you see this? I'm trying to get her to really focus on who it is that she is, because she quite clearly isn't human, even though she perceives herself to be at the moment. Sometimes people struggle with identifying with their difference when they are in a life where they are quite different. So I know eventually I will get her to see actually what it is that she is. So I say to her, how is it that you are there and that you see this? I am human. I am here with them. I want to show them a different way. They don't have to be wolves. How is it that you are trying to show them? What is it that you do? I want to pet them, to transform them from wolves to dogs, friendly dogs. What is it that you do to help them? Lots of things. I smile. I talk with them softly and with patience, and I want to show them around that there is no enemy. They are like angry dogs and they want to save themselves, but there is no enemy. They are all small lights. They think they are wolves, but they are light. They have to look to their hearts and change their coats from wolves. They don't have to wear the wolf coats. So how did you get to be human and feel in this different way that you feel when all of the rest of the humans attack each other? I don't attack. I see myself as a human. I don't change my coat. I am who I am. I came as I am, as a small light, and I am just standing on 2 feet, and they stand on 4 feet. They don't look above. If humans stand up and on 2 feet, then they can look much more around. They can see the light. Why is it that they don't do this? Why are they so blinkered? They have too much pain. They have experienced pain from around them, from family, from work, from people who they see every day. They don't feel safe. Nowhere is safe. Not at home, not at work, not in the street. I see their hearts as black dots, black light. Black covers their light. But you can take yourself to this special place that is behind these trees. Now that's a skill that most humans don't have. How are you able to do this? I have the skill from Source, from God. Is there just you that can do this? Everybody can do this if they connect with God and if they have energy. Because lots of people, they are too weak to do this. They have the ability, but they are too weak. Why are they too weak? Because they lost the ability through attacking each other. They use this energy. They use this energy to create protection, unnecessary protection, black protection, not white protection from each other. And then I say, because you turn your energy outwards And because you are in the love vibration, you can turn that energy outwards and use it to move around like teleportation. Yes. And you say sometimes you need to get more energy from God, from Source. How do you do that? I just ask. I pray. All my thoughts and my heart, I connect with God and angels. And if you look down at yourself, you said that you were human. What do you look like? Like I am now, just more healthier, and my face is shining. What is it that makes your face shine? Because I am in the place where there is this light, and this light heals me. It makes me shine. And this light, we connect, and we become one light. And you say you ask your angels and God to give you the light. Who are your angels that you speak with? Michael, Raphael, Metatron, Sandalphon, and Uriel. And there is a happy angel. She is very happy. She teaches me to be happy. She has lots of flowers. What is her name? She says, call me happy. Did they send you to this place to help these people? No, but they are here with me. How did they get to be with you in this place? I asked them. I saw this pain on this planet, and I wanted to help. Where did you see the pain from when you saw this pain? From above. So are you an angel too? Yes and no. I am not like them. I am a smaller light, but I am with them. I look a little bit different, but there are a lot of angels, a lot of different angels, and people call them angels, but we do different things. What is it that you do? What is your special gift? There? So she's clarifying if I'm talking about when she's in heaven. Wow. I am a working angel. I am a free angel. I am a self-employed angel. And then she starts laughing. She thinks that's really funny. If someone needs anything, I can help in any way. I don't have a particular job. If they ask me, I can do anything. I am free, always free. Do some of the other angels have particular jobs that they have to do? Yes. What are the different jobs that the special angels do that work with you? Michael is like a leader, but we don't call him a leader. We are all friends. We don't have a boss or a higher boss, but there are angels who have a mission that they took. They decided that they wanted to do one thing. Like Michael, he is everywhere. He can help people everywhere. A lot of people everywhere. Everyone can get help from Michael if they ask. Why is he able to do that? How is he able to do that? He is not like a person, like a human. He is energy. And from his energy, through his energy, he can help everyone. All you have to do is ask. What about Sandalphon? What does he do? He works with people's minds. He helps with thoughts, to give clean and clear thoughts, to think happy and positive thoughts. He can create positive situations so a person can change their mind. How about Uriel? What does he do? He advises me how to live in this place. What about Metatron? What does he do? He protects me and saves me from situations where people are trying to hurt me. He creates new ways to go about my mission work or my lessons. And do you ever work with Gabriel? Yes, he gives me good news always from home. And if I need someone to know something about me, my family members, he is a communicator between us. He gives them messages too from me. Who are the family members that he communicates with? My mum, mostly. Who is your mum? Light. She is very bright, very powerful. And she begins to cry at this point because she is remembering her mother from back home in the light, who's this really big, powerful light. And so I allow her to cry, to feel the emotion and to release it. And then I ask her, you miss your mum? Yes. And I say, she will be really proud of the work that you are doing. You are doing a really good job. Do you have friends and family that you live with here whilst you do this work? Because I'm trying to understand if she actually, at this point, if she's been born physically into a physical family on earth. So has she actually incarnated through a mother's womb and come in that way? Or has she literally somehow descended to earth and is in some form of a biological entity while she's here? I'm trying to work out how she's got here. And she totally misunderstands what I'm trying to ask her, and all she refers to is her mother back home in the light. And she says, no, I am alone in this work, in this mission. My family, they have to do something else. My family members have different callings and different missions. So I ask her, what does your mum do? And she says, my mum spreads love, shows love and understanding, care and happiness. She gives, not just to family members, but to everybody. She's doing really great. And then I say to her, what is it that you're here to do? What is your mission? To show the light and talk. I am talking a lot with the people and describing. I have to describe to show people what is the light, what is God, and what it is that we should be doing in this world, how we should communicate with people and each other. How do people react to you when you speak with them? They just look at me. Do you look the same as them, or do you look a little bit different? I look a little bit different. I am shining. I have a white robe and white clothes. And at this point, I'm just thinking to myself, it's like all of the legends that you read about in biblical times, where angels descended to earth, and some of these angels managed to get these teachings, these sayings through to people. They managed to affect some people, and these teachings obviously got written down in scripture and passed on. And these people were always depicted as shining. They were depicted as having a halo around their heads, but it's just it's just the light that they bring with them. They're always depicted as being in white robes, and this lady is literally describing herself as being an angel of legend, as one of the ones who descended from heaven to earth to actually get the messages through to us here on earth, that, you know, we don't have to be so sad. There is a better way. We don't have to be in this misery. We don't have to be hurting each other and turning on each other like wolves. We can treat each other with love. And here she is in her white robes, shining, talking to people. And, you know, she realizes that she looks very, very different to the rest of the people here. And she says, they have grey or dark clothes. They don't want to hear me. They don't want to believe me. They ask for proof. They ask for proof. Proof that there is light. But they don't see the light. And I say, do they ask you why it is that you are shining? They can't see the extent to which I am shining. They see a little bit. They see me different. They see that I am not normal. But they don't see my true light. Normal is like all of them. So I am not normal, as I am shining, and I am not like them. So they treat me like I am a stranger. They ignore me. Some of them say not nice words to me. They call me names and say that I am not a real person. In this place where you are, is it like a town or a village? Do you go to different places? It is a small town, so they really do not know me. And at the end of the day, at night time, is there a place that you go to rest? Yes, I go to a small house. Does anybody live there with you in that house? No, it is just me. But I feel good in the small house. I feel safe here. I feel at home. I don't need a bigger house. What do you do normally in the day? Where do you go? Work. I have to talk to a lot of people. I have to teach them. I have to go where they can see me. They just need to see me and they will change. Their hearts will change through seeing me. When they see me, I spread God's light. He works through me. He works, not me. I am doing nothing. I am just being there. He works through me. He cleans their hearts through me, little by little. Not everybody wants to be cleaned. How does he clean their hearts? With his energy, his light, his love. And I see the light is going into their hearts, and it gently grows inside of their hearts. It cleans their hearts. That's why it's important that you are there as he works through you and cleans everyone's hearts. And how long do you have to stay in this place? And I actually meant, how long do you have to stay here on earth? But she interpreted that as, how long do you have to stay each day? When I get tired, I can go home. It could be all day, or it could be 1 hour. When I'm tired, I can go then. And after I've had a good night's sleep, I have to go back. I must go back. I know this. Nobody tells me to, but I know I must go there again and again, every day, and I must keep healing people. So I close this scene and I drift and float with her to a different time that we need to see today that's important for this lady. And she jumps out of that lifetime and she goes into a different lifetime. I am a small child. Are you male or female? I am a small girl about 5, maybe 7 years old. I'm very energetic and happy. I'm running around and I'm wearing a white dress with small yellow flowers and with white slippers, and I have 2 ponytails in my hair. Whereabouts are you skipping around and happy? Near my house. I'm just playing and running, playing by myself. There's nobody with you. I found that quite strange with her being so small. No, they're all at home. I am playing. Who lives in your home? My mum. My dad is at work somewhere. Every day he goes somewhere to bring food and money. I have brothers and sisters who are older than me. They don't play with me. They think they are adults now. I am a small child. They say, go and play alone. And how do you feel when you have to play on your own? I am okay. I have imagination and I can play whatever I want. What do you normally play? I play that I am an explorer. And I can go everywhere to explore, to see things. I imagine them. I go near to the forest or to watch the birds. How do you feel when you watch the birds? I like it. I would like to fly the same as them, so I try. I would like to see everything from above. When you go to the forest to play, what is that like? I like the calmness. It's so peaceful. No humans interrupt. I like it when I see the wind blowing the leaves in the trees. I like to sit there and just listen. Why is it that you like the sound of the wind blowing through the trees? Because I like to fly. And when you fly, you can hear the gentle wind. So when I look up to the leaves, I feel and I remember how it feels to fly. Do you ever try to fly? No. In this body, it doesn't work. Why doesn't this body work? Why can't you fly? It's a human body, and my mum told me humans can't fly. I tried to jump from the high fence, but it won't work. Did you hurt yourself? Just a little bit, but not much. I didn't tell my mum. She wouldn't be happy. But you remember what it feels like to fly. Yes. I don't know how I remember. I told my mum, and she just laughed at me. No human can fly, she says. But you remember. Yes. Because you remember that we can. Yes. But later I think I will forget, because my mum can't remember and my brothers and sisters can't remember. So you watch the birds and the wind, and do you remember? Yes, I remember. So then I closed that scene with her, because she felt very sad as this girl who quite clearly remembered being able to fly, but she couldn't fly in this human body, and she found it very upsetting. So I closed that scene with her and I moved her again. And as soon as I moved her to the next scene, she began crying pretty much straight away. I am 14 now. I feel different. Why do you feel different? Tell me what you feel. I feel sad. I feel so sad. What is it that has caused you to feel so sad? I forgot a lot of things. I am like them now. Without imagination, without happiness. Every day it is the same feeling, sadness, and I don't have anybody. Nobody talks with each other. Why don't they talk with each other? They have closed their hearts. They don't want to listen, as they have pain inside of them. They have pain inside of them too, so they don't want to listen to other people's pain. So they close their hearts, and they are just alone. How did you end up being the same as them? How did you forget? I grew up, I think. My mum and all the adults taught me that it should be this way. And if I want to live this life, I should be like them. Otherwise, I will not survive in this world. And it makes you feel sad. Yes, because I remember my childhood. And I know deep in my heart that something is not right. Something is not right here. Do you go to school? Yes. Well, the teachers come to our house to teach the children in our house. They're not exactly teachers. They are people from the town, but they know more. They know something more. They go to each house to teach the children. Do you enjoy being taught by these people? No, it's boring. They don't let us speak our mind. They just make us repeat what they are saying, and I feel it is not right. They say that I have to repeat what they say, and I don't agree. I don't want to repeat what they say. I want to ask more questions. So I close this scene because I want to try and get as much information for this lady as possible. And we drift and float to another important day. And she says, I am alone. I live alone. I am much older now. And I am happy. Nobody comes to tell me what I should do. I live in my inner peace. I go and see people. Who are the people that you see? Just the people who live in this town. They are nice to me now as I am old, and they respect old people, because old people have more experience, and they can give good advice. So they respect me, and they don't bother me. So then I close that scene and I move her to the last day of her life. I'm in my bed. Somebody's here, but I don't know them. I don't remember them. I am happy. They came to say goodbye to me from the village. They thought I will die soon, but I am still here. Do you feel ready to leave now? Yes. I know it will be soon, but not this evening. Tomorrow morning. Or the night. I am ready. I feel peace. So then I move her forward to the time when she is taking her last breath in this body. And I ask her, what does she see? I see me in the bed. What do you look like in that bed? Old and grey, but white. All of my body is like light. I feel I have finished my work and I can leave. But I feel love for this body. It was me. I feel respect for this body. Then I ask her, every lifetime has a lesson. What was the lesson of this lifetime for you? Don't ever give up. If you feel something inside of you, if you feel that it is truth, don't ever give up. Don't listen to the other people, because they have their own missions and their own understandings. I have my understanding, and it is from my heart. And I say to her, now you are outside of the body. look for the white light. I want you to head back to the light. And when you get there, I want you to tell me what you experience. I am in the light. How does it feel? Warm and so beautiful, so clean. I don't remember anything now. Just being in the light. Nothing matters now. No past. Leave past to the past. So peaceful and calm. Does it feel like home? Yes. I don't need to go anywhere else. I want to stay here. There's no time anymore. There's no time. You just want to stay in the white light. Are you aware of anyone in that white light with you? No and yes. I am alone, but I feel everybody. And everyone is either here or will be here in the light. There is no time. No time. We are all or will be in the light. But right now, we are on earth. So, I thought that was incredible. Her explaining that when you get back to the light after a lifetime, it feels like it was all a dream, almost, here. And it's important that we come to help the people that are still incarnating on the planet. But it's like we're all walking each other home. It's like we're all walking each other home. And we're all either in the light or we will be fully in the light at some point. And that was really, really profound. And then I brought this lady's higher self through and asked all of this lady's higher self questions. And this had been a really long session and she had a lot of questions. So I have not transcribed all of it because this would be a very, very long video. But a few things that I would like to touch on that her higher self said, which I thought was beautiful information that I would like to share, is when she asked who her higher self was, her higher self gave this analogy. I am you, but in God's light. She is a small child, and I am that same child, but I am the adult. She forgot everything, so I am there to guide her. I am in her mind. I try to remind her of everything that she needs to know. If she listens to me, I am there. She just needs to trust me more. So that was a great analogy of how the higher self links to you. You are your higher self and your higher self is there with you. The link is there. All you have to do is listen. And you are connected to your own higher self at any time. You can always ask your higher self questions. And if you are in meditation or just before you go to sleep or just before you wake up, if you ask questions and you listen, they will give you the answers. She had a question about this name that keeps coming to her that she feels very connected to, Draco. And we found out that Draco was an angel, but the form that he chose to take was the form of a dragon. And he fights on behalf of the light as this incredible fiery dragon. And I thought that was amazing. And then she'd had this other name that came to her in her dreams, Nilam. And we found out that Nilam was a fairy who had helped her escape when she was in astral and she found herself in a bit of a sticky situation. This fairy had helped her escape. So that was incredible as well. Other bit of information that came through that I thought would be interesting to share with you guys. She's been having some problems with the digestion. Lots of foods that she used to eat are not sitting well with her anymore. And the advice she was given is, not all food can go through this system now. What was old, it stays old. Now this, her body, is all new. In this system, this body, it needs to eat healthy food now. So I ask, what is healthy for her? Vegetables and fruits. She knows what kind of food she can eat, because if she eats something that is not suitable for her, she will feel disgust. She will know no sugar, no bread, just green food, and she will feel better. She needs to clean her body. Her body is not clean yet. I will help her. So now what I will do, this is what her higher self is saying, I will make her sense before she even eats the food that she should not eat that food. So she doesn't have to wait until she feels disgust when she's eating the food. Her higher self is then going to help her just when she looks at food. She knows she's not supposed to eat it. And it's funny that, because I do actually feel that my higher self is doing that for me at the moment. Every time I look at something that I know I shouldn't be eating, I just feel disgust. And I'm actually seeing it as it's not even food anymore. The only thing that I'm seeing as food is vegetables, pulses, rice. Really drawn to hearty soups. I'm absolutely loving soups with lots of aromatic spices and herbs, and it's making my mouth water. And stir fries with aromatic spices and herbs, and I literally cannot go anywhere near meat. I just cannot go anywhere near it, and I haven't been able to for a long time. It makes me feel utter revulsion. So what else do I have to share? I wanted to share this with you as well, because I thought this was pretty cool. This is how the other lifetimes that we are living right now, in the now, can affect us. So this lady wanted to know why, up to the age of 3, she was totally bald. She didn't have a single hair on her head until she got to be 3 years of age. And then all of a sudden it started to grow. And we found out in this session that the reason she was bald up to being 3 is another part of her consciousness is leading an Arcturian lifetime. And she is very, very connected to that Arcturian lifetime. And because of that, her consciousness in this lifetime, in this life, as it has incarnated, when she was a child, identified so strongly with that Arcturian lifetime that she had no hair, because Arcturians have no hair. So until she kind of realised in this biological entity on Earth that she's not in her Arcturian lifetime, she's in an Earth lifetime, and all of us beings here on Earth are supposed to have hair. Until she realised that, she had no hair. And in the session, when that came through, her conscious mind just barged through and laughed. She laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed for so long, because the realisation of why this had occurred, she found hilarious. And then eventually I had to ask her to move back to the side again so we could bring her higher self back through and ask all of the rest of the higher self questions. There was lots more information that came through in this session, so much more I could share, but I'm conscious of the fact that I know people don't like it when the videos are too long, so I will leave it at that today. But there is one more little thing that I would like to share before I go, and that is that Archangel Michael came through at the end, and he gave this lady a very, very profound message, and that is all of us humans on Earth. And we know why this has happened, because they don't want us to come into our power. the beings that control this reality and have controlled humans for a very long time, do not want us to realise how powerful we are. Archangel Michael wanted to remind all of us on earth how powerful we are. If we need help, ask, Michael will help. If we need help with healing, ask, Michael will help. If we want to see something in our reality, in the physical, all we have to do is imagine that thing that we want in our reality, and imagine it with positive feelings. Imagine in our heads what it would be like if we had that thing. Imagine yourself with that thing. Imagine what you would do with that thing. Put yourself in your head in the situation that you want to see in the physical. And that situation will manifest on earth, because that is how this reality works. That is literally how this reality works, where we are. We are creators of our own reality. And as soon as all of us start operating from love consciousness and working together, our reality is going to change into heaven on earth. And we have the power to bring that about, because it's what we hold inside of us that manifests in this physical reality. So Archangel Michael wanted us to be reminded of that. So that is the message for today. Whatever you want to see on earth, in the physical, when you're meditating, when you are falling to sleep at night, when you're waking up in the morning, visualize it. Visualize peace on earth. Visualize every child being happy, healthy, jubilant, running around, in joy. Visualize the trees being connected to us humans. Visualize all of us on earth actually realizing that we are one being, that we are all connected, and that there is no need to hurt anybody, because if we're hurting somebody else, we're actually hurting ourselves. If you imagine heaven on earth will manifest. So that's my little message for today. I love all of you. Thank you so much for all of your wonderful comments, your emails. So many of you send me emails, and I love your emails. I will respond to each and every one eventually. I am very, very busy, as you know, but I will always respond. And if I don't respond, it's because it's accidentally got missed. So just send me another one. And I love you all. Just concentrate on being the light wherever you are. Shine bright, be kind, spread love consciousness. Come from your hearts, wherever you are on the planet, come from your hearts. And always look for a way that you have that can help other people. And before you know it, we are going to be on that new earth. We are going to be in heaven, because we have the power to manifest heaven on earth. And that's all I have for you today. So until next time, and I have many, many more amazing sessions and videos to share with you. Until next time, make sure you keep vibrating high. Much love. Bye.